Mercy. So one of the Rothschilds wrote a letter and it says, I'm happy to inform you. Basically saying that we got the land, we took over the land, and they gave it to them. If you can look it up, you can Google it. Google the letter from the Rothschild stating how he was happy that that they took the land from our people because that's our land. So they actually they basically made it the state of Israel at that time. Because they had to go through all the motions, paperwork, and everything like that. Because as Job 9:24 says, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. But see the way this devil works, everything is pushed through paper. So he has to sign this in, sign this in, sign this in. The same way what the Lord do, this paper. Man. He wrote it in stone, but the Lord's words is written in stone. Just like you have what? The Georgia Guidestones. What they do with that? You know, they that was that's basically Esau's 10 Commandments. That's all they got. But we have 613 laws, man. Laws, statutes, and commandments, man. All right. But it says, what is that? 30.
Yeah, 33. I think.
33. Right back in Baruch 4:33. It says, "For as she rejoiced at thy ruin, and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation." Come on, man. Woo. She's about to be grieved, man. You know, and like it's a song I listen to a lot now, and it's damn, what's the brother's name? It's a Benjamin. I listen to a lot of Benjamin music because the Benjamin music I listen to, they know that they're Israelites because they say it. They
ravening
old
wolves.
Israel, old Israel. They always mention Israel.
That's true.
I'm like, hold up, let me listen to this.
I talk about Babylon too.
Oh yeah, a lot. They want Babylon to be gone. So I look at it like, damn. I said, oh shit, you know what? These dudes know that they're Israelites. Let me listen to what they say. And they always going into the destruction of this place. They want this place to be done away with, man. And rightfully so. But it says, I'm going to read that again, verse 33. Baruch 4:33, it says, "For as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad of thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own destruction. For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude." What we just mentioned, the mirth of this earth is being taken away, man. You know, even with your birthdays, your holidays, it's not the same, man.
Right.
You know, but you just had Easter pass, 4th of July. What was before that? What we have Memorial Day.
Yeah.
You know, Veterans Day. It's not the same, man. You know, people they're not into it no more, and that's the Lord's doing. It says, "For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning." All right. So what the scriptures say, before pride, pride go up before destruction, and a haughty look before fall, man. All right. So you see all this right here. This is all pride. These bastards, they're prideful.
Still in good times.
You look at this damn devil walking across the street. You probably can't see him now across. But he got his Bible like this easy. Prideful, because he just finished lying to all the people in there. Or if he wasn't the one teaching, he was getting lied to.
Right.
By damn, I guarantee you, Jake is not running it. I know they not. They on the front lines, they in the congregation, might have some of the pulpit, but behind that is a damn devil.
Well, you just look at who founded it. That's all.
No, cut. And I had that in my upper pocket for had
all the founders of all of them.
Yeah. I'm gonna get into that. I gotta look back into that, get that information. But the Jehovah's Witness, I forgot when it was established.
Yeah, and just look at them years and when it was. Come on, man.
It's like the 1800s.
Right. Yeah.
18 years. So that's not too long ago, man.
And what were we doing?
Yeah, it's like 200.
Not allowed in.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And now you begging to get in.
Because that's
yeah, you know it. Yeah.
They got that's similar to Benjamin, but these guys come with that. That's that reggaeton. It's reggaeton, right? That's how you know that we the same people. We different tribes. Because they call it reggaeton, they call what? Reggae.
Yeah.
And look at the beats, damn it the same. They just speaking, they're speaking Spanish. Jamaicans are speaking, Benjamin is speaking like what?
They got taken over by the
broken English. It's like
yeah, but they got taken over by the
French.
French.
French. I think French.
Or
Levi got
Haiti was the French.
Levi got
Haiti was
taken over by
French.
the French.
Yeah.
Benjamin got taken over by the British.
England, yeah, England.
British. So that's why they got that that when they speak, they got that like that little. They sound like British, man. But you know, with Benjamin, Jake always got some slang for your ass. So they just break it up.
They spin it, yeah. They spin it.
Man.
Put a flavor on it.
It sounds the same.
Yeah, put a flavor on it.
Spaniards and all that shit. You know? But it says, verse 34 again, it says, For I will take away the rejoicing of her great multitude, and her pride shall be turned into mourning. For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting long to endure. I was going into the nukes, man. The Lord about to set this place on fire, man. He's going to burn it down entirely. It's not going to be not one stone unturned here in Babylon, man. Not one tree standing, not one building standing.
Hey, that's all she wrote.
That's right. And these devils know that. So what they're going to do, they're going to lie to you. That's why you got. I read something earlier this week going into certain billionaires, right? They're all going to a certain place. I think it's here in America, but they're all flying. They're taking flights there. It's called it would be to the equivalent of them going to the Bohemian Grove to discuss their plans and everything. But this is different because it's not out there. They're going, basically, I believe they're going to an underground bunker. But it's supposed to be a secret, but only they know about it. Which they told you that in that movie, 2012, if I'm not mistaken, when they had the boats, everybody was trying to get to the boat. It was a rich man. He had his boxing. He was in there. He got a text message, looked at his phone, and he got up and got out of there with his family. But you had to have a ticket to get to this place, to get on these ships. But they really went to the first death. They missed the first death with the second death. All right, with the destruction, you see the fire coming at a point in time, and they had to fly over to Japan and China to get on these ships to be able to go. That's going into the first death, but it was going into nowhere now. So they know about the first and second death. Man. They put it in these movies, man. And they know that this place is coming to naught. And all these niggas that they got, look at this shit. The fucking limo. You know? We talking about the Brits. Those are the ones that think that they can buy a ticket up out of here, man.
It's a Maserati limo.
Yeah, come on. How about that? A Maserati, man. Man, that's a stretch.
Maserati limo.
You can fit a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know? But see, the ones that got money like that, those are the ones that's going to these places. You know? Thinking that they're going to be able to maintain and survive. All right? But it says, all right, verse 35, it says, For fire shall come upon her from the everlasting, which is Yahweh, long to endure, and she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. And that goes to what? Revelation. Where it says, every unclean and hateful bird, that's all that's going to be able to live in that place, man. Here. All right, it says, verse 36, O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, which the brother just brought that out in Chronicles, man. We should turn, face the east and pray to, seek his face, man. You know, then he will heal our land. All right, it says, O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from the Most High. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the Most High. You know, and that's what we're doing, bro. Because you got brothers out there in the East Coast, and I'm talking about when I say, because we're here in Babylon, we're on the East Coast.
Right.
But I'm talking the East Coast. East is behind us. The brothers over there in London, in the old country.
Yeah.
You know, Greece, Italy.
Germany.
Yo, Germany. Yup. And I just looked at a GMS Germany, man. You know, you got Africa, you got
Yeah.
Nigeria,
Yeah.
you got Ghana,
Yeah.
Sierra Leone. You know, even we're spread out. So you even got like Southern Africa.
Yeah.
Man. You know, like brothers in Egypt, man. Yo, brothers in Iraq.
Right.
Man. You know, I heard a brother GMS. I think it was GMS Iran or Iraq, and I said, God damn.
Hey, so that will let you know this is a spiritual
That's right.
awakening. We don't know each other.
That's right.
Right?
The apostles never went to Iraq or
Right.
Iran, man.
Right.
But the word has been.
Right. But if you look at all the videos, it's like you would think that somebody somewhere said this is going to be the topic of the week, because you will see that we're all in the same spirit and speaking the same doctrine, right? And basically saying the same things.
That's right, bro. That's right. That's right.
So that shows you how powerful our power is. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. That shows you. Because how can this not be a miracle?
That's right.
That people who are supposed to be in the lowest estate rise up and have all this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures.
Can you grab that one, brother?
They didn't go to your colleges and seminaries, right? No. This is through the spirit, power, mercy, and grace of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.
Right.
And you can do nothing to it but for it.
That's right. Can't do nothing.
Hey.
Yo, can you grab the one where it says the sound went into the ground? I know it's one in Psalms and it's one in Romans. I just can't remember exactly where it's right at. Let's talk about, why we bring this up, is the statement the brother made. When we talk about GMS Iraq, Iran, right? The apostles never physically went there. We don't gotta speak on the phone like that. Why? Because our sound is going into the internet. You know, which is the unicorn, right? Which they call what? The World Wide Web, man. Alright? Which I want to bring out Jeremiah 16:16 after this. Because we're fishing right now. Alright? That's why the Lord said He's going to make us fishers of men. Now you look at the nets that they had back then, and you look at the World Wide Web, how they put it when they map it out on the globe. It looks like a big ass net, right? It's a big ass net. So that's how the fish get caught up. Going on YouTube, looking at videos. Some brothers on Instagram, all that, man. You look at all these different sites. Brothers on TikTok. You know, you got so many different sites and aspects of this truth, man. But the Lord covers all of them. That's why it's the World Wide Web. So you have to get caught up in that web, man. You know, some fish get caught, some fish get thrown back, man. You know, but this how you know it's all spiritual. Like we don't speak to each other every day,
right?
You know, but you're still in the same spirit,
right?
Because it's one spirit, one power, man, and we're all under that same spirit. That's why it all flows together, man. You know, you got it, bro.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 10, verse 18.
That's it, man.
But I say, have they not heard?
Yep.
Yes, verily. Their sound went into all the earth, and their words unto the ends of the world.
See that?
Woo.
Our sound went into all the earth. That's the scripture for the internet. Because when we speaking into this, what it has to do? It has to go into the earth. You know? And it goes, it gets transmitted on all the four corners, man. You know? Where you're able to hear it. Alright, so you don't have to physically travel. A wicked man does that. Who was that? 10 and 3, right?
Romans 10 and 18.
18. I know it's one. I want to bring it up. I'm not sure. You said 18, right?
Yeah, Romans 10 and 18.
So I believe it's Psalms 19 and 4. All right, get it mixed up. I think it's in the 90s. But this is another one to back up with the precept the brother just brought out. All right. To let you know that this thing is, we physically don't got to move anywhere because we got the universe. You know? So Psalms 19, Here it goes. Up, Psalm 19:4. Matter of fact, let's start at verse 1. Psalm chapter 19:1. It says, the heavens declare the glory of the Most High, and the firmament sheweth his handiwork. Day unto day utter speech, and night unto night sheweth knowledge. So, yo, you got brothers out here that do videos, some brothers in the day, some at night, man.
Right.
You know, sometimes I know I wake up early in the morning sometimes. Spirit hop on, oh shit, you do this video real quick. Or you meditate, you might have a dream or something. Lord, and that's the best. You hop right on it, man. Because it said the spirit quickeneth, the flesh profiteth nothing, man. So you hop right on the videos and you put it out there. That's what you uttering it day to day, night to night. Because there's always a brother dropping a video sometime a day.
Hey man, there's so many videos on the web.
You can't keep up.
You can spend 24/7 every day for the next 20 years.
Yo, that's right. Yeah. Probably longer than that.
Right, before they wipe them all out.
Yeah, kind of.
Before they shut it down.
Because you got brothers that's telling the truth.
Right.
You got brothers, what we call it, prophet lying. Prophet lying.
That's the new word of the week. Stop that prophet lying.
But see, that's why, and that's just violence, because that's why we're called defenders of the gospel. So when we hear something that's over, like, whoa. We do a video on that, so it's made clear. So when a brother watches this channel, he getting the proper information, and he can compare it to a brother that watches that channel. You know, because you got, like, you know what I'm saying, there's different groups out here, but they go off, man. GMS got it right, man, 100%. You know, they don't go off with no doctrine. All right, like you got men, and that's why it's easy to catch certain men with these different groups because of their philosophies and what they believe in and what they teach, man. Because people they draw to that.
Yeah. And they just making stuff up, right?
Yeah, as they go along.
Right.
It says, verse 2, Psalms 19:2, it says, day unto day utter speech, and night unto night sheweth knowledge. There is no speech nor language wherein their voice is not heard. You see that? There is no speech nor language, and then their voice is not heard. You even have brothers over there, if I'm not mistaken, it's GMS London, and they do a whole sign language talk.
Oh, yeah.
Sign language.
Saw those brothers.
You know? So, don't nobody got no excuse. Oh, bro, I'm deaf. I'm deaf. Nah, nigga, you heard it. You saw it. You know? I'm going to read that again. It says, verse 2 again, day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night sheweth knowledge. There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard, and that makes me think about, matter of fact, if you can grab that brother in the book of Acts, I think it's Acts, the first chapter, where it goes into the day of Pentecost. You know, when it talks about how the apostles, they all got the cloven tongue came on them, and they started speaking in different tongues, man, of different nations. With these other nations, they was like, oh shit, how is this man, is not he a Galilean? How do we understand him speaking a language that we grew up learning, that we grew up, you know? You got brothers on all four corners of the earth, man. So right now, it's no excuse. And that's why, you know what, I was going to entitle this whole thing when we was going to go live, but we had to take it the old-fashioned way. But I was going to name it Babylon Can't Hold the Thing. You know? Because anything that happens in Babylon, they lie about, they can't hold it down, but for so long, because it's only meant to get a certain amount of people. Then it gets exposed. But a true man of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Arakakadash, you know, he's not going to fall for those stumbling blocks, those stories, man. You know, things like that. All right, so it says, verse 3, it says, there is no speech nor language which their voice is not heard.
Acts 2, yeah. Let's move Acts 2 and go right to the point. Verse 7. And they were all amazed and marveled, saying one to another, behold, are not all these which speak Galileans? And how hear we every man in our own tongue,
See that? And
wherein we were born.
that's right. That was a prophecy. But it said where they were born. You know? So that was a prophecy that happened. Now it's coming to pass again, because now what? When the men of the Lord woke up on all four corners, wherever land they was in, they start speaking that language. And you clearly can hear, like, yo, over there in the Philippines, you know, you got Israelites over there. And dude was out there, he had his family with him. And he was going there. He speaking his language after that, Yahweh Shem Shah. I'm like, oh, so the name doesn't change in translation. It's still Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man. You know? So it's no getting around that, man. All right? Read that again. Back in Psalm 19 and 3, it says, there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Their line, see, going to fishes of men. Their line is gone out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun. You know? So our words, when we speak them, that's our line. What? Grab Jeremiah 16:16 about Pashah? Because right now we're on the part of Jeremiah 16:16 where what? We're fishing. As Yahweh Shah told us, he's going to make us a fisher of men. That's why I said our line. What's our line? Our line is this word, man. We throwing it out there. Are you going to bite or not? You know, but the elect are going to bite. They're going to get it. They're going to obtain it. You know, because they search for it. They seek for it. You know, and it was given to them. You know, why? So they could come out here and preach it to y'all. All right. What you got it, bro?
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith Yahweh, and they shall fish them.
And that's what we're doing. We're fishing. You know, nothing more, nothing less. This is the talking period.
Right.
All right. Where the Lord, He's reprimanding you verbally. All right. This is where you're going off at. This is where you got to correct it. You got to get all these things in order before I send my son back. Because when he comes back, he's not trying to hear shit.
All talking is done.
That's right.
Just like the ark, when the door's shut, hey, the door's gonna be shut.
That's right. That's right. Talk, though, what they say? They say talk is cheap, but this talk is not cheap. This talk is riches, man.
All right.
This talk is life. This matter of fact, this talk is everlasting to everlasting, man. You know? Because we're speaking of things in the past that happened in the past. We're speaking of things present, and we're speaking of things to come, man. You know? Which Esau, and yo, what we're speaking of is the truth. So what we're telling you is going to happen is going to happen, man. But you ever listen to lies with Esau, well, we got this agenda that we want to go into to 2030.
Right.
Nigga, Babylon's not going to last through 2030, man. And if it does last to 2030, I will be fucking shocked.
Yeah.
Not with this,
Lord willing.
Yeah,
so Lord willing, it doesn't last.
Not with this MOT to the beat right now.
Right.
Not with this going on right now, because that's one of the last major prophecies of the book, man.
Right. Everything's cooking up too.
You know? But the CBDC, they're telling you right there, that's the MOT to the beat. So if you take it, you're done. And not even just that. Yo, and I said this years ago, man, that they're going to try to put money on it to make you take it.
Oh, yeah.
And they actually said it in the article. It says they're going to tell you, what's the guy named Dr. Wiener or something like that? Yeah, Dr. Wiener. He said that he said they're going to put 2,000 euros on it for like a couple months or something. Or maybe for life. I forgot how long they said that they're going to do it.
Right.
Yeah, we'll give you 2,000 euros every week.
It's probably that UBI, Universal Basic Income.
Yeah, so there's like, we'll give you 2,000 euros every week, but you know we have to use the new technology to do that. So you know, go ahead and take this chip right here. You know, and that's what they're trying to do, man. So they're going to use that right there to trick you or to entice you into getting this chip, man. You know, good time. Finish that Jeremiah 6:16. Just the last part.
Okay.
They'll be dropping
It's the book of Jeremiah 16, verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith Yahweh, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters,
Yup.
and they shall hunt them
And now that's
from
the part
every
that's coming.
mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks.
See that? So it tells you when it puts that Revelations when they be like, yo, they're gonna scream for the mountains to fall on them.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing now. They're trying to run to those places, but the Lord already has the coordinates of where you're going because He put it in your mind. You know, and that's why they're going to use what He's going to use his fishers, turn hunters, to come and hunt your ass, to get you out of those clefts. After the destruction comes and everything in Babylon, then you're going to have New Jerusalem coming out of the sky, which is going to be the men.
Right.
And they're going to come down here and they put your ass right in slavery and they're going to have to change waiting for you. So as soon as you come, dig you up out the holes that you ran into, that you thought you don't have all your food and all that. Nope, come on, you're coming into slavery.
Yeah.
And like Apostle Sahar said years and years and years and years ago, one of the first orders in your job is going to be is to bury all those dead bodies, to put them back into the earth so the earth can be replenished, man. You know, because it says when you come from the earth, you're made from the earth, man. Your body, everybody's flesh comes from the earth. You know, so it has to go back into the earth for the earth to be restored again, man. That's why they put the bodies in the earth. That's why they get buried in fucking caskets and all that, man. That's just another way to have more money, man. To make a person spend more money. So you're in debt when you're alive, and you go into debt when you're dead, man. That's how wicked this nigga is, man. You know? What you got,
God. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And He causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
That's CBDC. They're telling them. If you look up the article, look up CBDC.
WEF, World Economic Forum.
Yeah, look up CBDC and Planet and Skin, and watch what pops up. The article's gonna pop up. They got the chip on the dude's finger, you know, and going to the article, it tells you it's about the size of a grain of a rice seed. So all the things we've been telling you about, boy, you know what's happening.
Right.
So we're not conspiracy theorists. We're not liars. We're not bug the hell out. We're telling you the truth, whether you hear or whether you forbid. And this is just like what's that? You got man, fuck. See these dudes is trying to make you think that what we're saying is off. You know, they try they're like, oh, it's not this, it's that, it's sin.
Right.
You know, so they're trying to make you think that you're going off. But why you think that these people are so mad? Because they like, yo, these niggas are telling the truth. And also that the same C-HIP and all that is in the Obamacare and page 2003. If it's not 2003, it's 2006. Page 2003 or 2006, the second paragraph, where it tells you an implantable device inside of your skin. All right, and they said it's going to be for medical reasons at first, but everything was tied into your bank account. We've been teaching this for years now, man. All right, so it's talking about what's coming right now. And it's funny because in the Obama era, when he was the president, he was kept saying that, yo, chip in, this, chip, this, that. Joe Biden, he was one of the ones, when he was a senator, he said, you're going to have to
rule on this.
Yeah, you're going to rule on what? This chip. And now he's the president, and they got the CBDC, and they're talking about, oh, yeah, we get this, you're going to have to be implanted in your skin. So come on, there's nothing new under the sun, and we've been warning you about this for years, man. All right, so either you listen or you don't, but I guarantee you, take it, you're done. You're done.
Stop.